Okay, good evening. I'm Brother Bezalel Israel. This is Brother Judah Nantalab Israel. And today's topic going to be on Satan's perversion of the Most High's divine order. This is a very interesting topic because we're going to get into how has the world come to the state that it's in right now, where Satan can bring everything about into a new world order. Like, how did it get this bad? You know what I'm saying? How did he get into a position, you know what I'm saying, to where he could deceive the whole world and get everybody to come together as Nimrod tried to do back in the days of early Babylon. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to get into the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 14.
Genesis chapter 1, verses 14. And the Most High said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years."
Okay, right there he said that let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. Okay, we started here in Genesis earlier. We're going to take it back to the beginning, when the Most High is giving understanding in the beginning, because we strayed so far away. I think that it's necessary that we go back to the beginning and start with the simple things and progress into more important things. But make not light of this, even though I said simple, I misspoke. It was simply put by the Most High, but it's not simply to just discard, you know what I'm saying? Because everything the Most High, he does, he has a divine order, and there's a reason why he wants us to do things a certain way. That's why he says that his ways are not our ways, and his ways are higher than our ways, upright and perfect. Okay, he said, let us divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. Okay, let's break down this passage. He said, let us divide the day from the night. So when the sun goes down, it's considered to be the next day. But in the time period we're living in, when the sun goes down, they don't consider it the next day. They don't consider it the next day until midnight at night. You know what I'm saying? Which they have no real good explanation for, because if it had something to do with, you know what I'm saying, the time, it seemed like they wouldn't consider it the next day until the sun came up the next day. So they wait 2, 3, depending on the season, 4, 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? Then they say, okay, now it's the next day. But it's still pitch black at night. Like, what reason is for that? You know what I'm saying? But right here in the scriptures, he's telling us, you know what I'm saying, let the day from the night, you know what I'm saying, let them be for signs and for seasons. So when the sun goes down, that's the end of the day. In a couple hours when the sun goes down, it's going to be the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? That's why every Friday night we have teachings. You know what I'm saying? Because when the sun goes down Friday night, it's actually Saturday. It's the next day. From the time the sun goes down, it's the beginning of the next day until the sun goes down again the next day. That's a 24-hour period. So you have from day and night, and that makes one complete day. You know what I'm saying? So this might seem something minuscule, but really it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's all a trick of the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that he says in the scripture is he says, let the lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. Okay, seasons. Seasons are determined by a period of 3 to 4 months. How are we to determine the months? By observing the moon. The moon is based on a 28-day cycle. Every 28 days, the moon disappears from anywhere from 1.5 to 2 days, and you don't see it no more. And when the moon reappears as a small little crescent, that's called the new moon. That's how you tell that the month is over with. You know what I'm saying? But this is something that I just found out the last couple months ago. I had no idea, you know what I'm saying, that that's how the moon works. You know what I'm saying? But we haven't learned any of this in school. We just been told that this 30 days is April and this 28 days is February. You know what I'm saying? There's no real rationalization for it. They just told you this. You know what I'm saying? We haven't looked into it. You know what I'm saying? So, again, and for days and years. So, after so many months, you know what I'm saying, after so many moons, you know what I'm saying, you can determine if the seasons are going to change, and this is how the people chose to plant their crops by. You know what I'm saying? They knew that they had to harvest their crops by a certain time by observing the moon, because they didn't have a calendar back then. They didn't have watches. You know what I'm saying? Now, in ancient Egypt, they had sundials because noon is when the sun is positioned directly over the earth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know this, but that's where they got it from. So what today's man did is they just took these things and they divided them into seconds. You know what I'm saying? But really it has nothing to do with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's where the sun is positioned at over the earth. And it's where what kind of moon is in the sky day by day up until a 28-day period until it disappears for 1.5 to 2 days. And if it reappears again, that's the next month. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so right now we're going to get into the book of Genesis chapter 2, verses 2 through 3. And we're going to see some more of the Most High's divine order, commandments, and things how he told us this is the way it's supposed to be done. But living in the time period we're living in, under the authority we're living in, they're not doing any of these things, yet they claim to be people of God, for the Most High. Okay, go ahead, read.
Genesis chapter 2, verses 2. And on the seventh day the Most High ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And the Most High blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he rested from all his work which the Most High created and made.
Okay, right here we see it says that on the seventh day, you know what I'm saying, it says that God, the Most High, ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all the work which he had made. So for 6 days he worked creating the earth, you know what I'm saying, and the beasts of the field, the animals, you know what I'm saying, man and woman, and on the seventh day he rests. And it says after that he blessed the seventh day. Nowhere else in Scripture does it say that any other day is blessed. So if the Most High blessed a certain day, it's definitely important. And if it's important to the Most High, a lot of time when he's adamant about something, he repeats himself. So let's go to the book of Exodus chapter 20. Exodus chapter 20, verses 9 through 10.
Exodus chapter 20, verses 9. Actually, verses 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy maidservant, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is them. And all that it in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
Okay, he says that he blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it, meaning made it a holy day. Holy means set apart. So, for 6 days you work or you do your job. The seventh day is holy to the Most High. What does that mean? Set apart. You're not supposed to continue in your normal cycle. Like throughout the week you have a normal routine that you do. On that seventh day you're supposed to rest because the Most High rested. You know what I'm saying? This is the only day, you know what I'm saying? Now worshiping the Most High is in your works. You know what I'm saying? It's in your works, and you prove your works, you know what I'm saying, by your faith combining with it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, to worship the Most High, you know what I'm saying, and resting is two totally different things. You know what I'm saying? So you worship the Most High in how you live your life, being a holy person, being a righteous man, you know what I'm saying, forgiving others, asking forgiveness, prayer and supplication. However, on this day he commanded a certain people to rest, which was his chosen people, Israel. This is to honor his sign and his covenant that he made with Abraham, that what he would do and bless his seed forever. They would be his people forever. And even though we transgress the laws, you know what I'm saying, we had to suffer curses, we never stopped being the Most High's people. You know what I'm saying? So when you rest on this seventh day, you're honoring the Most High as a creator.